Grace wants to know, is a 14-day cruise too much? Not if you ask me. Some people might say that's a long time, obviously, but I think it's great. I mean, yes, it's a long time on a ship, but it's an ample opportunity to explore that ship, quite frankly. So, hey, Mike Wolf with our first super chat of the evening. Thank you, Mike. How is the buffet on the sailings I've been on so far? Thank you, Mike, for the super chat. Fantastic, dude. It's been really good. I've really been impressed with the food quality. It's exactly what I remember it. A little better, some new options on there as well. My wife really liked the avocado toast at the Windjammer and breakfast. So it is as good as you remember right there. Bob wants to know, is there a standard capacity for Royal Caribbean because of the new launch of cruising? Great question. If there is, we're not aware of it. Royal Caribbean has only said there is limited capacity going forward, but Royal Caribbean has not divulged what that capacity will be. Is it 10%? I mean, it's not 10%. Is it 50%, 80%, 40%? They haven't really gotten into specifics at all, so it's kind of a guessing game. Early on, they were doing actually less than half on the Adventure of the Seas and the Freedom of the Seas. You were doing about a little over 1,000 people on board, which, depending on the ship, was right at or a little below 50%. Actually, on Freedom of the Seas, that's significantly below that because it's a bigger ship. So, yeah. Is a 4-day cruise seem too less of a vacation? It does go by very quickly. If you're a first-time cruiser, I actually don't recommend 3 and 4 night cruises. 3 and 4 night cruises are a lot of fun for weekend getaways or just kind of, just like, hey, I got some extra days here of work. Let's get out there and go on a cruise, right? But they're really great if you're been there, done that cruiser, you cruised a couple times. If you're a new cruiser, I don't recommend short sailings. I actually recommend longer sailings, like 7-night cruises, because it gives you a good blend of sea days and port days, and it gives you an opportunity to kind of experience the total summation, if you will, of what cruising is all about. Those 3 and 4 nighters, they do go by very, very quickly. So if you're a first-time cruiser, Devon, I would say maybe go for a longer sailing. But if you've been there, done that, yeah, go for it. I mean, at the end of the day, a cruise is better than no cruise, right? Danielle wants to know, am I allowed to be late to my given check-in time? Obviously the answer is to still let you on the ship, Danielle. Okay, so let's be clear about that. They're not gonna be like, oh, you missed your check-in time. Sorry, you ain't going on the cruise. But it may mean, Danielle, you may have to stand around and wait a little bit longer for a opening to occur because basically the time slots are designed to be, optimized. So there aren't too many people in the terminal. So they may say to you, Danielle, okay, hang on a second. Why don't you stand right here? And, when we have an opportunity, we'll work you in there. The answer is, yeah. I mean, you will be allowed. Yes. I just can't promise you'll be allowed immediately in like you would be if you were there for your time. Does that make sense? But you'll be able to go on your cruise. Don't look at it as a like they're gonna make you so you can't go on the cruise. Danielle wants to know, can I use onboard credit for alcohol beverages on board? You can, but with onboard credit, you don't like take like, I want to use this onboard credit towards this purchase. It's kind of like, Danielle, you ever get a refund on your posted your credit card? It's just a refund against your account. So if you have $50 onboard credit and you buy a drink, or you buy a souvenir or a shore excursion on board, all of that just goes against that credit. You don't specify it, but yes, absolutely, it goes against your onboard spend. What are the diamond drink vouchers? And that's an appropriate question. We're just talking about them, right? What the heck are these things? So in Royal Caribbean's customer loyalty program, the Crown and Anchor Society, when you reach diamond and above, every day you get a certain amount of vouchers to use towards complimentary drinks like alcohol or coffees, like specialty coffees, like lattes and whatnot. Sodas. Every adult gets 4 if you're Diamond, 5 if you're Diamond Plus, 6 if you're Pinnacle. And they're basically free drinks you can use every day. You can't stack them. You can't save them up on the first 3 days and then unload on day 4. But it's free drinks. It's pretty darn amazing. FSU tennis player, I think is the name. There we go. We want to travel with our 7-month-old on Harmony. Any tips? Absolutely. And I've traveled with both my children when they were about that age. Couple things. Number one, pack way more baby supplies than you think you need, right? When you go on land, you'll say, okay, this many days. Okay, that means this many diapers. Pack at least 25% more than you need because most of the supplies are unavailable, like formula, diapers. You don't want to run the risk of running out. Pack at least 25% more than you think you're going to need just to be safe. One time, we had to go to Cozumel to get extra formula because we ran out. So that's number one. Number two, on the first day of your cruise, make sure you go to the nursery. Sign your kids up for the nursery. I know you love your 7-month-old, but trust me, you need a vacation as well. Register for them. It costs money. It's the best money you ever spent on a cruise is dropping your kids off at the nursery. You'll love it. They will love it. That's number 2. Beachy Mama, Donna. What's going on, Donna? What is my absolute favorite excursion I've ever been on? I think it was in Bonaire. We rented ATVs, and it was like a brand new ATV, and it was like a real deal. And it was on our own, and I had so much fun driving that around. We saw everything there is to see. Not everything, but we saw so much of what you can see in Bonaire in one day, and I did it in style. I forget which kind it was, but it was, it's on a buggy. It's not a quad. It's like, you have the driver's wheel. There's a Bluetooth speaker. I was blasting Van Halen, going down that run. Oh, it was so much fun. It was so much fun. Yu wants to know, do you still need a passport for closed loop cruises? Allure the seas leaving Florida in December. You don't need one. You can cruise without a passport. If you're a U.S. citizen sailing from a closed loop cruise out of the U.S., you do not need a passport. You can sail with your original birth certificate and state issued ID. Original birth certificate. You could sail without it. Yes. I recommend getting a passport anyway. It's definitely the way to go. Thank you for your time. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me, talking Royal Caribbean. So I hope you all have a great evening, great week. Have a great week this week. We'll be back next week, back in our studio to hang out with you guys, talk some more Royal Caribbean. But until then, have a great rest of your week. Stay safe. Do something fun. That's always important. And we'll talk again very soon right here on YouTube. Bye, everybody.